So either on your phone or maybe on your iPad or maybe any kind of tablet. So here, basically what you can do is you can become a graphic designer with no graphic design background. So if you are into creating cool graphics, either for your social media, maybe for your small business, this is the perfect place for you to get started quickly with some amazing templates. So how's everybody doing? Happy Monday. Steve, hi, good to see you. Annika is here. Awesome. Let me know where you all are from. Let's start a conversation. All right, my friends. So let's get started. And today we're going to be designing a logo for an Etsy brand. Some of you might know Etsy. It's a platform where you can basically sell services or things, or often it's a lot of handcrafted stuff that people make and then sell on Etsy. So it is a very popular platform for everybody who is owning a small business. So today we're going to be designing a logo for an Etsy platform. And this Etsy platform, you have to imagine, is a platform, or this this Etsy business is all about handcrafted jewelry, right? So think about that handcrafted jewelry, all very natural looking. So this is what we're going to be designing for today. And tomorrow we're going to be going in with designing a banner for that same Etsy brand. Cool. So, my friends, let's jump right into this, and feel free to work along with me if you have Creative Cloud Express open. Feel free to open it on your browser and work along with me. So, to give you a quick intro into the interface here, on the left side you find the home button, which is your home base, and it helps you get started quickly by creating a new project and showcasing different types of templates. You can also do some cool quick actions like convert things to GIF or merge videos, trim videos, and so on. There's a lot of really cool stuff. You can also work with PDFs and with videos. So that's also a really cool section to check out. And then if you scroll further down, you will see all popular templates, so posters, logos, flyers, collages, whatever you want. And by the way, look at this collage, how cool this looks. April Fool's comedy night. Love the typography and the colors here. So what we're going to be doing today is this bohemian style, natural looking logo for our Etsy brand. And for that, we're going to be starting from a template. And but first, let's look at my past projects. So these are my projects that I have worked on before, and you can already see a little insight into what we're going to be doing. And then you can also set up a brand, which is also really fun if you actually have a small business. So here you can actually set up a logo, a color palette, and a font choice so that you can apply to any of the templates directly. So there is an option where you can basically create that template on brand, right? On your brand. Cool. Hi Bashar, hi Noor, hi Sean, and Brad is here. Cool. Bruce is here. Awesome. All right. So once you have set up your brand, you can apply it to any of the templates that you might access here. And then we also have access to our Creative Cloud library. So if you are familiar with that, it's an amazing tool for us to share assets with stakeholders or team members, or even just to store our assets like colors, fonts, graphics, photos, and character styles. So really fun. And then on the left side, we also have this amazing Learn section where you can learn more things over here. Now we're going to click the plus on the left right here, and we're going to go into logo because we are going to be creating a logo today. So right now we have a blank canvas, but we already have some amazing templates here accessible on the left side. And we're going to be looking for any kind of templates that we feel, you know, might work for us. And you know, we can scroll through, we can see, maybe we'll find something right away. I love this one, Craft and Care, and it's also animated. By the way, you can also make amazing animations here in Creative Cloud Express. How cool is that? So, and then you can click View All, and you can go in and yeah, also set maybe some filters, business brand, company logo, and yeah, just click yourself through and see whatever works for your business best. And what I recommend is you just to get started with something that looks already very kind of similar to what you want to achieve, right? So let's go back to all templates. Actually, let's go back to the logo templates, so logos. And here you can see there are so many different categories, right? So we have business, we have restaurants. So if you're doing anything with food, this is probably your perfect section here. Then we have fashion and beauty. That's also really interesting for us today because we are going to work with jewelry. And here we go. This is the template that I want to use. It looks very natural, very bohemian, and we can totally work with that. But first, let's take a look at what else we've got here. We've got some music. So if you own, maybe you're owning some kind of location, a bar or restaurant, and maybe you have a music event going, and for that event you can create yourself an amazing logo here. Cool. So that is that, and we're going to be selecting our logo right here, our template that we're going to be editing. And you can see this is a really cool kind of setup. We have some of these natural looking leaves in the background. We have some text going, and we have a little like hand-drawn artsy looking part of a face that we have here. So an illustration. And I wanted to give you a quick kind of roundup of how to actually select colors for your logo. So when thinking of color, you need to think about how this color is going to define your business identity, right? So when we're thinking about earthy tones, so anything brown, orange, maybe even yellowish, and maybe even this very natural looking dark red that we have in the sleeve here, this kind of transfer this feel of it being natural, right? Nature inspired. Now, let's say if we had a color palette that will be a little bit more bright, and instead of, you know, this brown circle, we would have maybe a green one, and here we would have some bright orange. That would already have a completely different appeal, right? So with color, we can definitely kind of give the brand the feel it needs, right? So, and by the way, you can change the color of the background of your logo right here by clicking on the background, and here we have the color settings, and here you can either look through the current palette, through the suggested palette, or you can also click more. And once you click more, you have this extended color palette that's also really, really awesome to check out. And then we also have an amazing page that's called color.adobe.com, where you can find amazing color combinations and color palettes inspired by different imagery. So that's also definitely something to check out. Now, okay, so let's take a look, and we have some text here, and we're going to make some really easy edits. So working with a template can be super, super easy, and really what it's going to be today, we're going to be editing the text. So by clicking on the text element, you will see on the right side here, at the right top, we see edit text, right? And here what we're going to do is we're going to click into this, and we're going to put the name of our business, and our business name is Terra Gold. And Terra Gold is this imaginary business that I'm currently designing for, and it's going to have an Etsy brand, right? So this logo is going to appear on Etsy, and now we're going to be designing a banner for that. So now we have typed this out and we can go in and select a font. Yeah, let's talk about fonts. Let's talk about font selection and how you can, use typography to create this identity for your brand. And by having the text selected, we are going to go on the right side here and click this arrow down. And we will see that there are a lot of fonts that we can choose from, right? So we can even go for something more minimal here, more, simple typography with no serifs, which means that the edges of the letters are very smooth and there are no decorational elements in them, or barely any. So if we zoom in here, we can see that the letter R is a very geometric one, very symmetrical and very kind of simple 90-degree angles. That's how we categorize sans serif font, right? Now we can also go and select something different that will look that will have a completely different character. So we can scroll down a little bit, and here, for example, this one, Syrian stencil regular. Let's click that. You can see this more has of the feel of something handmade, something written by hand, right? So if you want to achieve that type of feel, maybe making a poster or maybe even in your logo, feel free to check out Syrian stencil regular. And then we also have something like this one, stencil bold. And that one almost looks like a Western font, right? It's very bold. It's very kind of, has a lot of weight to it, a lot of contrast between these lines at the bottom and the top, and the very big and bold kind of legs of the letters, right? So if we look at the A, for example, we will see that it has a very high contrast from one side to the other. And this high contrast was used back then to make letters well legible and also to create some type of, decorational element to it. So it all depends what you want to achieve really with your brand. And there are some fun fonts like this one, Storybook Regular, that you can check out. Here again, Ultra Regular. That one is also very bold and very kind of, expressive and, and almost Western looking. We also have some other languages in here that you can explore. Cool. PT Mono, that's also a nice one. This is a very simple font that I think we could go with, but we can zoom out and experiment a little bit more. And here with the letter K, what we can also do is, hi everyone. Cool. Bruce, great question. Bruce is asking, do you have your own brand? If so, have you used CCX for your own brand? Just curious. I actually do, and I have multiple accounts, right? So this one is more for streaming, but I have also my personal / work account where I have my, my freelance stuff, everything that I post on my Instagram. All those posts, or most of those posts, I create in Creative Cloud Express on my mobile phone. I love it. And the cool thing is that you just can, watch a movie, do something else, and be on your phone, create a quick post for your social media while working in Creative Cloud Express on your mobile phone. And it's so fun, and the functionality is pretty much the same. It's just obviously a very different layout because you have to work with your hands, right? You don't have the precise mouse click, but I'm telling you, the guides that we have here in Creative Cloud Express are really helpful. So for example, I want to show you what a guide is. And let's say we want to move this letter K, right? We can, with no effort, we can literally just pull it around and we can find the middle so easily, right? Exactly where we want to put this letter. And the same thing also happens on the mobile, right? So when you move around text elements, they totally automatically snap and align to other elements or to the center of the artwork. And that makes it so easy also even to work on the mobile phone just with your designing with just with your fingertips. So it's really fun. Try it out. Cool. Hi Gareth, hi Becca. All right, so now of course our main letter here would not be K anymore, it will be a T, right? So let's go in and select the K, and we're going to edit the text top right. We're going to put a T for Terra Gold. And by the way, you can see that this font is Playfair Display. So let's adjust this font right here to Playfair Display as well. So we have this consistency, right? Playfair Display, there we go. And let's see what options we have. Playfair. This seems okay. I see. I think we have an outline going here, and that's why when we zoom in, you can see that the T here is very sharp and it's very elegant, right? Versus this one right here is more rounded. And why is that? That is because here on the right side, we have the effect called outline activated. Now, if I turn this off, you can see that the letters are going to get a little bit thinner. So the outline around the letter is not there anymore. So the letter looks way more sharp. We can do that. Now, when we zoom out though, you can see that this logo is not very well legible anymore. So I do understand why there was an outline applied. Another cool thing is that you can do for making text better legible is creating a shadow. So right here, exactly where the outline was, just one above, is the shadow where you can activate it, and you can create a really cool shadow to create to kind of underlay your text. And you can also determine the color. You can also use this really cute tool. It's the eyedropper tool. So clicking on that, you'll be able to select any of the colors, right? So what if I want to select any of my brand colors that I already have? That will work. And then we can try it out with the outline. Is this better? It might be better. And now you can see suddenly this font is way better legible, right? So, and then you can also do something that's called shape, where you basically add a shape around something, right? In this case, I don't think it makes sense for us, but in some cases, it really does add some legibility. Cool. Hi, Wolf Dietrich is here. Awesome. Searching for the Truth is asking, Julia, what if you need to use Hebrew instead of an English font for your project? So whenever you go into the fonts, you can click more fonts. And once you click more fonts, you can see there's a large selection. I'm not sure about if you can add Hebrew, but what you can do is, and that is also really, really fun, is to add your own font. So if you already have the font that you want to use in that specific language that you want to use, you can add fonts and you can upload your fonts that you have on your computer into CC Creative Cloud Express as well, right? So that is definitely possible. And yeah, you can look, maybe you find a font that you really love that is not part of the font selection here, or maybe has some language qualities that you need. All right, so let's make this T slightly larger, and we're clicking on it, and let's pull it a little bit to the side. And again, you can see how easy it is to snap. And the pink lines basically show me the center vertically and the center horizontally, right? So vertically and horizontally, my letter T is perfectly aligned in the middle. And you can see this template was just perfect for me. I did not have to do any big changes. Of course, you can go in and adjust any of these elements. You can also remove them by clicking the delete button, or by clicking delete right here at the top right. You just have to select one element, and then you can click delete. You can also always go back a step by clicking this button right here, undo. So here you can go multiple steps back and multiple steps forward. So if you have any versions that you like better, you can go in and Yeah, go a couple of steps back. Now, a really cool thing that I like doing is, so let's say you have this version of the logo, but you want to try something different. You can go in, click on the three dots, and put duplicate. You're gonna duplicate your logo, and then you go in and added the second one. And with that, you know, you don't have to lose your other version of the logo, but can still experiment. Maybe you like the second version better, and then you can compare them side by side in your projects. All right, so that's that. Really, really fun playing around, creating variations of logos. Now, when you want to download your logo to your computer, and that's something that we will need to do, you can click on to download. And the download will allow you multiple options. PNG, which can work without a background, so that means I could technically export this logo without this brown or a peach, nude background, right? So if I wanted to use just this portion right here on any other color background or even on a photo, I could export with PNG, and I could click start download, and here you will have to select transparent if you want it without background. So then Creative Cloud Express knows to not include the background in it, and you will have a transparent background in your logo. So click transparent for that. And if you do want to include the background in this exact shape, you can click download. You can either select JPEG, or you can also download in PNG and start download with solid color, right? So I have both versions now, and you can explore export as many options as you want. Okay. And then another cool thing is, so let's say you have a flyer here instead of a logo, you can also export it as a PDF for print or business cards. Also really fun. So then you can export that as a PDF file, PDF document. All right, my friends. So this was super fun. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm looking forward to see your submissions, to see your work. Feel free, if you post any logos or any social media work that you have done in Creative Cloud Express, make sure to tag Creative Cloud Express and and send it over to me. I can give you some feedback. I can also help you maybe make it better. All right, my friends, thank you all so much. Stay tuned for the program, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.